I'm not sure that that I'm not banned on Rumble. It's like it doesn't really matter that it is Rumble or that this is YouTube, because whoever like the whoever puts pressure on every platform, on every individual, once they get so high, up, once they are exalted to such a level that they have to compromise their soul or whatever. Like it's like, because they have a different design on what it means to consolidate power and to grow your power. They're not on the same basis. The basis I'm on is like, recently the grip or the claws of a evil, of a type of sinister entity or something, is losing its grip on my family. And it does correlate to how I it does correlate somewhat to me a lot, like how I approach that. Because remember, I was telling you, like, it's not really racism, it's just they haven't had time to bond, you know what I mean? Like the suspicion, the bitterness, and the suspicion creeps in to your family when they're being driven apart, like somebody's driving them to be like that. So in my case, like, my stepdad, whatever, is was trying to drive a wedge in between his daughter and me and my sister. It worked a little bit more on me because I'm a black male, to separate and put a division between black men and black women in the family. And it's done by a black motherfucker, which takes harder to spot than a cracker does. And he's worse than a cracker. And I always used to complain about how he'll, ruin any constructive conversation with his bitterness and come around talking about who's gonna, your father's this and that, and your sister doesn't know her ass from an elbow, and she's gonna end up in jail, and she's gonna be this and crash her car and all this negative shit. And then they were like, I was getting frustrated with my mother because of him, and my sister was getting like tired of, like, they were getting, like, they would, both of them, I guess it was like, I don't know what it was, like they wanted me to see that he was just whack, but I was just pissed. They wanted me to see that that they were just whack, but I was just like, hell no, you're gonna speak to this right now. You accuse me of some fucking lewd lasciviousness and shit. You know what I mean? Like, do you care about your daughter, or do you care about your propaganda? Because you're telling her to irritate me, if nobody can believe it, because she knows that I never flashed her before. But at a certain age, there's pressure, like, he could take her car, he could this and that. And the worst she could ever do was be like, shut up. She never really took my side. Like, I get you telling him to shut up and everything, but why don't, like, you see how much I want to get off in this fool's mouth, why don't you get off in his mouth? And I was like, I expected her to but recently I've seen that I've been complaining about her too much, because I was saying, like, that's why she's like diabetic and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you put pressure on her to become the valedictorian of her school. You know what I mean? And she ate up all the food in the house. And you still care about her towing your narrative than you care about her. You know. So I didn't think I was gonna have like a little sister from her. I thought she was gonna be like some stranger that I don't even know. You know what I mean? And I have to tone it down a little bit because I was like saying, you know, you're making her like this invisible. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even tell that she's around. You know, she's diabetic and invisible, and it's kind of mean. It's kind of mean. She had to go get therapy. So the enemy wants me to attack her and be jealous of her or pissy with her because has a better relationship with my mother. She can come around the house. I don't want to go around his fucking house, and I don't want to alienate her. The enemy wants me to alienate her, right? So, same thing that goes on with politics, right? He wants a certain type of have a kind of control, a kind of power, right? And what I'm looking for is to get that enemy's grip out of my family, which I end up getting power. Like, how do you figure, like, you know, over time, there really is no choice when purged by the, you know, the light that really does exist within, you know, that I could purge that out, you know, because like just getting mad and like, I'm gonna fuck you up and everything like that. Like, that was like we wanted to be able to call the cops on me. Like, you wanted to be able to do all that shit to you. So you can't give up whatever it is that's irritating me. And you have to hold on to whatever it is that's irritating me. So right now, look, this White House spokesperson, the black woman, she's got to be anathematized by her own culture. I mean, by her own familial. You know what I mean? Because she's with that enemy that be driving the wedge. You know what I mean? You think that you're mistaking your acceptance for intrinsic superiority kind of shit. Like, they're telling you that they're gonna exalt you, but it's really Alice Cooper exalting herself. Excuse me. So they wanted to say that the trans community is under attack. Like, it's possible for somebody to attack a member of the trans community, but for this purpose, only for what's going on in the last couple days, as far as like those books that are talking about, oh, little Johnny wants to go get a blowjob. How do you do it? Like, how do you put on, like, how do you do this? And how, you know what I mean? Like, what about butt stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like you, if you, and then the shooting, okay? And then the shooting, like, it doesn't blow my mind that it's possible for a tranny to pick up a gun. It doesn't blow my fucking mind. I'm not like, wow. But it's gonna be like that. It's gonna seem like that. Because they keep railing on, you're a Nazi. You're a racist. You're this, you're that. Because they think, maybe accurately, that they're losing power. You know what I mean? It's like, for them, it's about the power. So whoever's trying to remove that power, oh, you know what I mean? We're just trying to go against the corporatist narratives. Like, they're gonna just call you they're just gonna call you a fucking racist, right? Okay? Can't take that. You know what I mean? I don't even know how we are taking that, but just by being, you know what I mean? Just by admitting like a truth or a power that they want and can't have. But you don't understand. You can have it. Anybody can have it. Anybody can have it. but it's not the same kind of power that their stupid ass is looking at that's gonna get them fucked up. Because sure, you can irritate us. Sure, maybe they can even put something in a vaccine to make everybody hypertension and then just irritate everybody to fucking death. I don't know. But you're stupid. You're a fucking idiot. You really think that's a strategy that's ever worked out? You know what I mean? Like, it's a pendulum. Like, it's a kind of an overcorrection. Like a swinging pendulum. It's kind of like a shifting or osmosis. You know what I mean? Where we like in the stock market, you know what I mean? You test for support. You go up and test for resistance. You come down and test for support. The price only keeps changing to test another level. It's only going to ever say, like, the paradigm is only going to be like, okay, we've pushed it this far. We've gone a little too far. Let's head back. You know what I mean? And they don't know how far back. You know what I mean? It's going to go a little bit past the center. You know what I mean? It's going to go past the center until it starts to get closer, until the kinetic energy diffuses out of it. Then, but they want to go, it's like they want to go kinetic with their inflammatory, you know what I mean? And they're not going to speak to the fact that, was it like 3 9-year-olds got killed and 3 adults. They're going to speak to something they made up. Do you like to have a perspective, a balanced perspective? You're not going to come out hating trannies. You're not going to, they might be doing something that I wouldn't do, but I'm not going to fucking be hating them. And that doesn't matter, because you also don't hate Christians or want to support in a time where they're being targeted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, like, why are you're not a Christian? Like, you're an underachiever. How can you be a meritocracy? How can you be for a meritocracy? How do you be pro meritocracy? What have you done? What have you done? But that doesn't fucking aggregate my belief in fucking meritocracy. The fact that I haven't done shit. I mean, I've done shit, but I mean, not by comparison that, somebody would be like, oh, you're gonna, I've made a difference before, but it wasn't like for everybody to see that. I don't even really give a fuck so much if everybody sees it, and I just finished what I was trying to do. I just wanted to complete what I was trying to do. But if by the time they smell me and know what I'm, you know what I mean? Then they're gonna be throwing all kind of compliments on me, trying to distract me and everything. And, they're gonna make you feel like you're finished, like you've completed before you're done. And then after you're done, you do more than they expected you to do. Then there's the evil one try to convince you that you could have done that. You needed to do more, and you can't be satisfied with anything, because you got to always be able to do more. So it's like you're mad that you didn't do more. Whose fault is it? And fucking holding up, and fucking being ignorant and everything. Let me go alienate them. Maybe it's not the point right now, because you don't understand is that you're not in a situation that's worse than everybody else. Like, maybe you're doing better, and you just need to exist with, just exist without being required to do anything. And then later on, that you'll be rolling again. It's just that it's trying to knock off your energy. It's weird how they have a problem with what little that regular people have, working for them, that they could use to their avail. They have a problem with what little that you have. I am evaluated anyways. Like, just the fact that my people, regardless of how brand new they want to feel, they know me. And regardless of how much somebody wants to uh, um, take advantage of them, right? They don't know you like that. And you could say, oh, well, you're mean to that person or you're against this person, but they deep down they know that you're meat riding them. Meat riding. You know how sometimes people in politics, they talk too long. They could take shorter ways to get to where they got. Then they get played with emotionally too. Like they get frustrated. You know what I mean? Because they're saying like, oh, when it's you, you're this, and when it's us, then you don't care or something. Well, that's just cap. You know what I mean? Once you start saying, oh, that's cap. Now, for some reason, you can get under their skin. You know what I mean? Because you're not black. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to say quick, right to the point shit like, hey, quit meat riding me. You have to explain and elucidate exactly how they go about fucking preparing to lube up to meat ride you. So they can get back in the fucking, rationalizing the debate and get back in and fucking waste more time beating around bushes. Just trying to irritate you because you're already like all this shit that they think that I need to do to be better and to do more and shit. That's shit I already am. Is it a problem? Like, you need to just do something that maybe you didn't want to do, or give up something that you liked for a cause, something that you believe in, something that you wanted to do, or something that you like, and you got to give it up to somebody who needs it, just because on the strength that they need it, and it'll be determined that it's strength because it's something that you like. And every now and then you're required to. We don't know what that's going to look like or what it's going to be. It's just got to be something that you like. What's good for you is good enough for the gods. Doesn't mean that I'm a monotheist. Okay, I'm just using a what is that? Euphemism. So that's a good example. There are some euphemisms that you'll be compartmentalized, probably just for saying it. Then and try to get you into the debate about Jesus, and then they have their there's it doesn't mean for one thing that you're not a believer, and it doesn't mean for two thing that they just don't have some little euphemisms that they want to say that makes them feel like they're devout and committed, when you can't gauge that. You really can't gauge that unless you go by my deeds, by my actions. Then what are you trying to say? Okay? It's not to try to be on a competitive basis. If anything, that is, you know what I mean? If anything, it's going to not be on a competitive basis, but on a basis of being rooted in good soil, you know what I mean, and being upper mobile to be able to consistently employ and to consistently provide means for other people to get by, like employment, and you're just consistently providing liquidity to markets, in a sense, or providing you're maintaining the workforce and providing them productivity to be able to become earners. And you can't just be a millionaire and be upper mobile. There's people with billions that are not upper mobile. Just always this paradox, and we're trying to get the keen perspective, and you're trying to walk the straight line to the keen perspective, and the more sharper it gets to the point, you know what I mean, the more where it's you really have to acknowledge that it's not contrived, then people are going to get anxious, and somebody's going to be like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. Oh, fucking. And it's not enough, whatever it is, that actually is just the you want to conserve energy the best way you can. You want to be able to consistently make a little bit of a dent, make a little bit of consistent, in a measured, protracted, consistent way. That's where they call it is the sustainable development. Now you're into their shit. That's what they're supposed to be interested in, sustainable developments. You know what I mean? Oh, fucking never about the life. You ain't never ready to rap. Always saying that you're ready to rap. You just get you just go around and with your focus group, non-government organization targeting black women in colleges, trying to tell them so many things is wrong is a problem about the man. You know what I mean? Like, just trying to irritate, just trying to piss people off, or drive a wedge or whatever. And they ain't never gonna take on, like, you know what I'm saying? They're always gonna try at some point be nepotistic. When it gets back to the source of that power, to the arrogant matchmakers at the seat of power that are causing all the wars, they're gonna be nepotistic. They're not gonna ever be what's it called? Diverse? Fucking what? I mean, that might be happening. Okay, so maybe they have a mixed princess or something like that. They have okay, but they want to kill him though. Like, what the fuck? They're hoping she'll drive through a tunnel too, and it doesn't mean that she's like this austere character either. Like, nobody liked her either. Not, we don't like her. The king, but we're not gonna be like the king and kill her though. Like the king, he's gonna kill her. Like, we just don't like her. We're not gonna kill her. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? But you're not ready for her to take the reins of power. Okay, well, yes I am, because you're losing your grip on my family. You know what I mean? You can't speak to them anymore. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? I'm not touching you. Don't you want to get irritated? There's no reason. It's like the enemy's losing his grip. You know, like fucking. And it's not because of what I've done, it's because of what I'm not doing now. So, what am I not doing? That shit I wish I could do faster. I wish I could do nothing, like, more efficiently, like, and have speed up the process. You know, because there people are not sure. They're still gonna smell me. You know, even I haven't drunk alcohol. You know what I mean? In so many years. Like, they're not, like, as sure as I am that I don't want alcohol, they don't know that you don't want alcohol. They're gonna be like, oh, you. All right.